McLaren has always been known as the mothership. It's been referred to for years. Right now there's about 250 kids, and those kids are from 12 to 24 years of age, and they come from all over the state. They all have their own thing going. There's a lot of our mentally ill kids are here. Kind of our most acute, ill, damaged kids end up at McLaren. Our leadership here has made a lot of strides over the last couple years, especially. A big part of that, I think, is the U that you saw, and kind of the advantages and how kids are kind of gaining skills at a rapid rate and kind of coming in out there and just unruly, so to speak, and very emotionally reactive into folks. Kids are using skills and talking through things and learning vocation and achieving education and all those things. So I think that's helped the other units.
My name's Sarah Villarreal. I'm the living unit manager at the U at McLaren. Things that were important to us was definitely the natural light, the openness of the building, and having a larger physical space. Keeping kids close and together makes them bicker a little bit more if they have space to kind of get away. So having the 2 separate day rooms was really important to us. Kids feel safe, they learn a little faster, and their treatment goes a little faster. So having them feeling comfortable and safe as soon as they get here. So having privacy in their bathrooms, having privacy indoors. The upfront units with the older kids don't always have that. So having them have individual showers, having them have their individual rooms that they can close their doors at night and feel safe, that there's no one else in the room that's gonna come by. The kids do use the chalkboards. At first we had chalkboard paint, and it's good in theory, but once you actually get it up on the wall and you can't get it to erase, most of them do use it for different things. Sometimes they're mad. And I said, that's okay, at nighttime, go in the room and you write all the awful things, cuss words that you want, because you're gonna erase it in the morning and you're gonna start fresh. Because you would have these issues with tagging and people writing on things. Well, what if you gave them a spot for it and they didn't get in trouble for it? So even if they tag in the room and that's what they felt like that night, the next morning the staff's gonna come around and say, hey, erase that tagging, it's not appropriate. The end. It's not carved into the walls, it's not carved into the tables.
Environments matter, and the staff set the tone in that environment. So we've spent a lot of time in our physical plant environment trying to make that better, and a lot of time with our staff trying to help them create welcoming environments. When we opened the University of Life, we did away with our old uniforms, and all the staff that worked on that unit got new t-shirts that just had a big U on it that looked like a university symbol. Like if you were going to the local university in town, it just had a big U, and they still wore kind of the state issued pants, but it was just a t-shirt, and it just created a whole new environment when you just changed the way they looked.
We as a group of staff are like family. We teach these kids how to show affection to each other, how to be supportive to each other, how to care about each other, not just here in this environment, but like outside stressors, where we show them that, it's important to connect with people and build that relationship and that rapport in all aspects of life.
If you don't have a staff that cares, then it's us versus them. So if I don't trust the staff, then I can't tell any staff anything or tell anybody anything, and I'm living with all my stuff built up. Because I have that family network with these staff, I can tell them basically whatever I want, and they'll give me their best advice on how to deal with things like with my mom or with my dad or with my siblings or just everyday life.
On this unit, I don't know about all the other ones because I've been there. The staff try and build a relationship with you and like not really be like a staff, more be like family towards you instead of like just telling you what to do. And so they try and like talk to you and like build rapport with you and everything. It's really helpful because I couldn't imagine being in a place where I couldn't talk to somebody, like if they're just gonna give me directives and tell me what to do.
So I'm going to give you the magic formula for the University of Life, right? Because that's what everybody wants to know. And it's simple, but it's not easy. And there's basically, and I'm dead serious when I say this, there's two things that make the U work. And it's two things that if I could get rolled out across our state in terms of our other units and our res programs would make all the difference. And so the one thing is just realize that they're kids and treat them like kids, okay? It's simple, but it's not very easy, especially when you get, nasty, unpleasant behavior in your face. But they're kids, treat them like kids. The other one is don't give up on them. Once a kid gets placed on the U, they don't go anywhere else. Right? We don't bounce them to other facilities. We don't have a threshold that says, well, once they do this, then we're going to have to move them someplace else. We don't do that. Okay, and if we can get other facilities, other living units in our res programs to be able to take the same approach, yes, it's hard to ride the wave sometimes with some of those kids because they'll push you to the limits, right? But treat them like kids and don't give up. And that's a philosophy, right? You have to buy into that philosophy. But the U has seen it work, and that's where you get the buy-in. Where okay, they'll tell you. They'll tell you that myself and Heber that you're going to interview here pretty soon, we thought you were crazy. You told us all this stuff. We thought you were crazy, but now we get it.
I think I say at Academy in the graduation is pay attention and give a damn. Those are two things that can make you good working with kids, right? No, what I'd say of folks thinking about coming into this line of work is that you have no idea. You cannot imagine the impact you have on the kids that you will be working with. You can come in as idealistic as you want, and it's still not to the level that actually occurs. The people that work with those kids are absolutely crucial, important, and the reason kids develop and get better. The reason.